just imagine that you are dating. And up till now, you've had mostly relationships where kind of a toxic dynamic played out. And now you're in that dating phase and you think, what should I look for in a partner? I want a securely attached partner. But what does that mean? What are the signs? And there are so many. I mean, I could probably make a list of 20 if um, I tried. But I just want to give you four that are quite important, I think, and that you can actually do see from the beginning. So, first of all, they take your no seriously. They take you seriously. They listen to you. And when you don't want to do something, they don't push you. They don't question it. They don't try to force you. Don't try to make you feel weird about it or different or difficult. They just take your no seriously. And it is not a reason for them to retreat. It is not a reason for them to attack you. They just accept your no. And that might feel a bit weird for a fearful avoidant who is quite used to having to fight for their no's, having to fight for their boundaries. Um, but it is very important in a relationship that that happens. As is the second one, which is they take your needs into account, which doesn't mean that they will do anything and everything for you. And this, if you have that expectation, is very good to be aware of. Um, Anxiously preoccupied people could do this. They just want to fulfill every single need that you have. And in a healthy relationship with a securely attached partner, you probably will not have every single need met. Um, Also, because you are the one that is responsible for fulfilling your own needs, and you can't completely expect that from another person. But they do take your needs into account. So, what this looks like, just to give you a very simple example, if you are planning to go out a day out, um, and you say, "Oh gosh, I am just very tired, and I know we had talked about doing a long hike, going on a long hike. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do." Then they might say, "Oh, okay, fine. I did want to go outside, so maybe we can find something else to do together while being outside out in the forest." Which doesn't involve a long hike. So they do take your needs into account, but it's not that they say, "Oh, okay, no, we don't have to do that. We can just do whatever you want." Um, which can be fine. I mean, that isn't necessarily a red flag, but a securely attached person would probably also communicate what they would need or what they looked forward to, and then find a way where both of your needs are met. And that is such a healthy basis for a healthy relationship, which is important to know because sometimes that can feel for a fearful avoidant like the other person doesn't love you enough, isn't passionate enough, just because they don't sacrifice everything or give up everything. So this is an important one to look out for, that they do take your needs into account. Then the third one, which is maybe comes into play later in the relationship, but you can already recognize this from the beginning. They don't tell you to change. They don't have a certain image of you of what you have to be, and they don't tell you that you're weird or something is different or wrong, or make you explain yourself, or um, just mention things like, "Oh, I wish you would be so and so, or you will be less so and so." This doesn't mean that they don't put up their own boundaries, saying, "I don't want you to talk to me that way," for instance, but they don't tell you that who you are is wrong, or that you should dress differently, or that you should act differently, or that you should, um, when it doesn't immediately influence them, or when it's, especially when it's for the outside world. That definitely is a red flag. If they want you to change so it looks better for the outside world, um, I'm not saying you cannot have a healthy relationship, but that's definitely not, that's not a good basis or foundation. A securely attached person is secure enough in themselves that they don't care what the outside world thinks, and they would never ask you to change, just so they would feel better about themselves or about, towards the outside world. And then the fourth one is they hold space for your emotions, and they can empathize. This is a very important one. So um, they they have the capability of just being present with you when you're struggling, when you're sad, when you're frustrated, when you're just dealing with things, and empathize. And again, this is important to say, that doesn't mean that they can't put up boundaries. So when you get really angry, and fearful avoidants can have these intense emotional outbursts, um, you can expect, and it's actually a very healthy thing for your partner or the one you're dating to say, okay, I understand you're mad, I understand this isn't what you wanted, but I don't want you to talk to me this way. I want you to treat me with respect. And that is a very healthy thing to do. So holding space for your emotions doesn't mean that you get to be angry and just be mean and just say everything that's on your fearful mind without any repercussions, and them just, loving you and loving you and loving you and not putting up boundaries. It is very healthy and very normal for a securely attached person to say, okay, I can see you're angry. I want to work this out with you, but I don't want you to talk to me that way. So this is why it's so important to start recognizing. I made multiple videos on this subject. So if this is the first one you see, please look up on my channel, Healthy Relationship, and you will find different videos. It's so important to start recognizing healthy traits, because in the fearful avoidant mindset, a lot of those healthy traits are either boring, or they are not passionate enough, or you think that means that they don't love you, which makes you navigate towards actually quite toxic dynamics again and again. And I so wish for you to experience just the very rich and beautiful love that comes from having a healthy relationship, which can look quite a bit differently from what you believe a relationship would or should look like. Um, but you will see, as you start healing the fearful avoidant attachment style, that's actually, it's actually so much better than that toxic dynamic where you have that push and pull and it's all very intense, but it's also just so exhausting, and it can leave you feeling quite empty also. So recognizing a healthy relationship will help you navigate towards it more, and that is all I want for you. So if you are ready to break through this pattern, if you are ready to start dating securely attached people and start having and healing towards a secure attachment style yourself, please check out the link in the description below for my online program, Healed and Happy, which is specifically aimed at healing the fearful avoidant attachment style. And it is going through the roots to really heal this attachment style at the roots, so that a healthy relationship and a securely attached individual is just what you start to expect. And having all that love and all that support and being cherished and being supported, and deeply loved, no matter what you do, no matter if you make mistakes, no matter if you feel vulnerable, if you feel weak, just allowing yourself to be loved on and be adored just for who you are, because you are wonderful and you are valuable and you are so very worthy and deserving of that. So if you do want to get out of this, check that link in the description below for more information. And let me know in the comments whether this was valuable to you, whether you want to know more about what a healthy relationship looks like. If so, please let me know what exactly you want to know. And as always, I am so happy you are here, and I will see you in the next one.